coaches, number 50, Nikola Jokic. The head coach of the Nuggets home team is right below. Once again, your Denver Nuggets.
Hello and thanks for joining us, 2K Sports fans, for another exciting presentation of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony as well as Doris Burke. And we've got David Aldridge on the sideline. For the Denver Nuggets, they come in off a good outing against Phoenix.
And were able to overcome what was a really poor shooting night. And you're not going to be able to win with a percentage as low as theirs that often unless you defend.
Well, it happens sometimes, obviously, where you don't shoot it well. And when your offense is out of sync, you have to gut it out on the other side of the ball.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, down low, it's Green and Cousins. Thompson and Durant, the deadly shooting wing pair. And it's Curry in at the 1 spot. Here's Cousins. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. Cousins has got the first basket of the game for the Warriors. And KD opting out of his deal, Greg, over the summer to re-sign with the Warriors.
And he did so to get a larger deal than he could have otherwise. Durant had already sacrificed money for the team before. Not a surprise to see him get closer to his value. Seems the super team will be intact for years to come.
Now here's Durant following the miss by Gary Harris. Puts it up from 12. Durant, no good. Thomas against Curry. Thomas inside, and it's Jokic in the corner. Shoots over Cousins. The Nuggets with another miss.
Well, with the defense laying off him, you know he's going to pull the trigger. They're lucky he didn't burn him.
Here's Curry with the three. A three-pointer is right on target. Curry's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Thomas passes to Harris. Millsap kicks to Harris. And another miss by Denver. And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with Coach Mike Malone.
Well, Kevin, I asked him, what are some of your main concerns? And he said, we're dealing with a team that can really light it up from the outside. So it's essential that we don't give them open looks from deep, or we'll be in trouble. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. Obviously, the 3-ball is a big concern for any defense.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Here's Green. Millsap grabs the miss. For Denver, they've gone 0 of 5 here to start the game. Rough start for them. Jokic kicks to Porter. And just miss after miss right now. Warriors leading by 7. Thompson passes to Curry. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Curry's got 6.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up a little more sense of urgency.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Nuggets. This game against Golden State is the first time they've met this season.
And 2 conference rivals. I mean, they'll play each other a total of 4 times this season.
So what you look for in the first game, 1, does one team make a statement? And 2, how does the other team react to that?
Looking now at some numbers for Harris. He had a strong showing last season. Last year averaged 17 points a game, 3 assists and 2 rebounds. He has been terrific throughout, putting up some huge numbers offensively.
Well, and this is exactly who he is, a flat-out scoring machine. You plug him in and let him go to work.
Got a piece of it, and it's out of bounds. The Nuggets able to retain possession here.
All right, a chance to look at the stats for Nikola Jokic. Great showing for him last season. 9th in rebounding, and his passing skills were on full display all year. He ranked among the top 15 in assists.
He was a top 10 rebounder last season for good reason. He's an incredibly intense guy to compete with. And for a full game, too. I mean, just nonstop.
In building this lead, they've done a terrific job finishing their defensive sequences with the backboard. That has been key.
That's as good a look as he's going to get beyond the arc, but there are no sure things from that range, even for him.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Now here's Curry. A 14-point game for him in the win against Utah. And the call will be against Harris. That's his first foul. Doris, when you view international basketball, 13 and 14-year-olds playing in academies, some players turning pro overseas at 16, would something like that work in this country?
You know what, Kevin? I'm not necessarily for something like this. What I do believe is the NBA could become more involved across the board, and we should have more uniformity in basketball in general. And I think one of the ways to do that is to make sure we set up some sort of basketball committee across the different levels of basketball, starting with youth, going to high school, into college, then the semi-professional sort of basketball leagues out there, or the formative leagues like the G League, and then the NBA. I think we just need to look at the game in its totality and create some measure of uniformity. But frankly, I don't love the idea of 13 and 14-year-olds leaving their home to go to, quote, sport academies.
Here's Green, and there's the pass to Curry. Harris against Thompson. Down low. It's tipped. Jokic with the steal. Knocked away. Thompson against Harris. Thompson misses.
I don't think the defense is much of a factor there. He just botches the finish.
And another miss by Denver. Here's the Warriors with the ball. It's been 10 unanswered points. Passes it to Curry. Back to Thompson. Shot clock at 5. Green, the screen. Durant for 3. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
And from the opening tip, they have been in complete control of this one.
Yeah, you know, it looks like they've wanted it more. Outstanding hustle and determination throughout.
Denver calls timeout.
And Kevin Durant, the ultimate get-out-of-jail card for your offense. With his height and shooting touch, get him the ball with the clock running down, and he can make something out of nothing.
These are the players who had the most success from deep last season. Fourth, Klay Thompson.
The bucket must have looked 3 feet wide to him last year. I mean, very deserving in terms of that spot among the league leaders from 3.
The Nuggets trail by 13. You know, Greg, Kevin Durant could fit in any offense, but in your eyes, how good of a fit has he been in this Warriors attack?
Really like the missing puzzle piece. You know, I mean, his shot comes so much easier with the spacing he's afforded. At the same time, he's the fail-safe. When things break down, he can get his shot off against anyone.
Thomas with the ball. 26 points for him last game against Phoenix. Jokic kicks to Porter. Jokic passes to Thomas. Nails the baby hook.
Well, how about the timing from Isaiah Thomas? This guy is creative. He knows how to carve his way to the interior and finish. Yes, sir.
Now here's Green. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Denver's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Thomas dishes to Harris. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game. Great three-point shooting here out of the gate. That makes 4 makes already from long distance.
Curry against Thomas. Harris outside to the paint. Green with the block.
A valuable, dogged defender, Draymond Green doing his thing.
And Cousins kicks to Durant. Outside Curry. Outside Green. Again, Golden State.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Harris against Thompson. Millsap a screen. Jokic with his screen on Green. Near the three-point line, it's Thomas, and that one hits back iron. Here's Golden State now. They've got a 22-run going. What a pace. And the basket by Curry.
And so far, they have been in complete control of this one. Just a well-rounded effort on the road.
Really just sheer dominance, going into enemy territory and flat out taking over this one.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
The Nuggets trail by 20. Harris kicks to Millsap. Pass to Thomas. That shot off the mark. Great tee that time from Curry.
Well, it's been an up and down quarter for him on the offensive end. Mostly down, though. Boy, KD gets himself right to the rim. Liftoff is complete.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Habit. Pass to Cousins. All alone. Millsap grabs the miss.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down. It's almost as if there's a lid on the hoop for him right now. He still hasn't gotten one to fall in the quarter.
Green, the pass to Durant. Green, the screen. Thompson against Harris. 5 to shoot. There's the pick. Lets it go from deep. The shot by Thompson, no good.
That was a half-hearted pick, and he was just going through the motions on that possession, and now it ends up costing him.
And sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line. And that sends Michael Porter to the free throw line. That one on Thompson. And Michael Porter, he has the natural attributes of an elite scorer.
He's got incredibly deep range. You can see that all the way back in high school. Almost automatic from mid-range, and as he adds strength, he'll become a force inside as well.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Doris, who are some of the players you watch that get stronger as the game goes on? They're not cut down by fatigue and still have that energy, something left in the tank.
Those guys who show me superhuman strength a la Kevin Harlan. Those guys who come to mind, LeBron James, that's a bad man. It doesn't matter if it's the first minute or the 48th minute. Russell Westbrook is indefatigable. His stamina and his ability to dominate in triple overtime once is absolutely incredible. And then what did we see from Anthony Davis when Boogie Cousins went down? A man who for 48 minutes on both ends is a problem. Those three men had
endless energy.
Jamal Murray.
And with the playmaking in Denver's front court, point guard Jamal Murray is free to hunt his shot. Very comfortable playing off the ball.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
The first one falls. And you look at Jamal Murray's assist numbers, he's more like a 2-guard.
Well, he's kind of a combo, 6'4", 6'5"-ish, but you can't have enough shooting, and he's got a quick trigger.
Juan Hernan Gomez, he's checked in for Porter. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And Murray has it all. A deadly shooter and a remarkable penetrator. Terrific guard play.
Now the pass to Lyles. Murray kicks to Hernan Gomez. Passes it to Barton. Over Livingston. Here's Plumlee. The shot, no good. Nice D from Cousins. Here's Iguodala. Second shot opportunity. Cousins, no good. The Nuggets trail by 19. At the elbow, Murray. Plumlee sets the pick for Murray. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andre Iguodala. That is his first foul of the game. Jerebko's checked in for the Warriors. 1:14 left here in the opening quarter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. For 3, Murray. Warriors with the rebound.
A blown opportunity after the two-man game creates a terrific look.
Well, he simply misfired. You've got to capitalize when the screen opens up wide open shots like that.
Drills the three-pointer.
And off to an incredible start here early from long range.
There's 47 seconds left here in the first quarter. Barton in the corner. Lyles with the screen. They get it again. Moves back up. And the rejection by Iguodala. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Iguodala. .35 seconds left in the first.
And the offense early on limited to just jump shots. You really like the defensive focus and intensity at the start.
No good from Bell. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Livingston. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And guys, they've come out and established a rhythm. And also their play calling has been on point.
Yeah, I think that's exactly how they've built this lead. They played as one, shared the basketball, running their offense to perfection.
And the buzzer sounds to end the first, and we've got a blowout underway here. The Warriors on top, just dominating this one. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. The 5'9" Isaiah Thomas has made a career out of proving his doubters wrong.
Ever since I was a little boy, they always said, you're not going to be this good in high school. Then when I got to high school and played pretty well, they said, well, you're not going to do that good in college. And when I got to college, they said, well, the NBA, those guys are too big. They're too fast, too strong. The things you do in college won't work in the NBA. And I've just kept pushing ever since. I have a goal of mine, I want to be one of the best little guys to ever play the game.
Well, no question about it, Greg. Isaiah Thomas still plays with something to prove.
Definitely what drives him. I mean, hungry to show that he's a top player regardless of size.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And for the Warriors, this has been the game they wanted to have.
For me, that defense in the first period, just tremendous shot blocking.
They have smothered every opportunity, it feels like. The other team has got to be nervous on field goal attempts.
Plumlee out there with Lyles. Then there's Jamal Murray. Then it's Will Barton. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the 3 slot. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Doris, with Jordan Bell comes a highlight reel dunk waiting to happen.
You never know what could happen in transition with the tremendously athletic Jordan Bell. This guy's a high flyer, big-time fan favorite, and I love that despite the flash in his game, this guy is a grounded, high-character individual.
That free throw, no good. Doris, we've already had a few surprises this season. Some teams really exceeding expectations. Others, they've kind of gone the other way. What's your take?
You know, it's always a little bit early to tell exactly what kind of team you're going to have, because we've seen this historically. A team races out to maybe a 7-1 start or a 10-1 start, and yet perhaps they come back to the field. The teams that are the youngest seem to have the steepest learning curve. So where are the lottery picks and what impact are those guys having?
Now Murray. He had 10 points in the win against Phoenix. Now here's Barton. He's covered by Livingston. Barton outside. Shot clock at 5. No good on the triple.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Now here's Livingston. He's covered closely. Curry is inside. He's covered by Murray. And the shot goes in. 16 points for Steph Curry.
Well, the effectiveness in between the perimeter and the basket. Curry relishes the opportunities he gets in mid-range.
And Bell kicks to Iguodala. Off target from outside. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Draymond Green is a former Defensive Player of the Year, and he remembers his motivation. They said I fell in the draft because what position would I guard? I'll never forget that. I'm comfortable guarding any position. When I'm playing against big guys, I battle even harder. You have to prove a point. I won't be a pushover. Kevin?
Yeah, he never backs down. Thanks, David. It's Curry outside. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Barton outside. And here is Hernan Gomez. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Lyles sets a screen for Murray. Clock at 6. Here's Barton. And that one comes up a bit short.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Denver's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Curry with the steal. And it's the Warriors on the break. Here's Jerebko. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
All right, a chance to take a look at some stats for Murray. A very nice season for him last year. He averaged about 16 points a game, 3 assists and 3 rebounds. And when he takes over at the point, he really keeps the offense flowing.
Well, this is a guy who brings a solid skill set. Excellent ball handler, high level of playmaking, the perfect backup point.
That one is off.
You know, in this era of the Golden State Warriors, it's easy to forget the lean years. Prior to this 6-year run, guys, the last time they had made it to the playoffs 4 consecutive seasons, 1952.
And the second free throw, good. And Doris, the Warriors' 6-year playoff run tying their record set in the first 6 years of the franchise's existence.
That's when they were playing back in Philadelphia. And just to give you a little more context, only 3 of those seasons did they have a winning record. Make no mistake, this is the golden era of Warriors basketball.
Now let's take a look at how the shots have been divided up between 3-point shots and 2-point shots for the Warriors.
They are shooting the lights out from beyond on really limited attempts. So you have to think they ought to feed those hot hands on the perimeter and see if they can keep this thing going.
Barton outside. Lyles with the screen. Barton kicks to Hernan Gomez. Now, here's Lyons. Looking for his first basket still in this one. 4 on the shot clock. Barton, no luck.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Yes, that goes in.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Murray, the pass to Lyles. There's a good screen. And the call will be against Sean Livingston. That's his first foul. Jokic has checked in for Denver. Kevin Durant's checked in for the Warriors. Thompson comes in for Steph Curry. Here's Jokic. A 20-point game for him in the win against Phoenix.
You know what else impressed me? How infectious his tenacity was. Simply a wrecking ball on the boards, collecting huge amounts of rebounds.
Lobbed up there for Durant. Here's Murray. Pass to Hernan Gomez. He kicks it to Barton. It's stolen by Bell. Livingston with it. He has 6. Here's Thompson. Again, Golden State.
Well, it's the size that Livingston presents at the point guard spot that's so unique. This guy is terrific, finding the open man.
Barton outside. Lyles with the screen. Tries to snap the cold streak. The shot, no good. Good D by Bell. Thompson for the triple. Another 3 for Golden State.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Over to the wing. Here's Jokic. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. More and more, we're hearing the term positionless basketball, Doris, but it's not an entirely new concept. I remember Jerry West, for example, talking about it a couple decades ago.
Well, I think Jerry West talking about it is about there are certain guys historically who could play in any era. Jerry West would be there. Rick Barry would be another one. So certainly this has been a topic discussed in the past. I think why it's so important in today's day and age, the NBA has become a switch-heavy league, and that's on the defensive end. And therefore, teams like Boston and others are building their roster around guys who are switchable and versatile. It's become an almost necessity in today's NBA.
Great perspective. Catching up on the changes for Denver. Paul Millsap's checked in for Lyles. Porter comes in for Hernan Gomez. And Thomas subbed in for Will Barton. Golden State also making some changes. Cousins comes in for Bell, and it's Green in for Urebko. And here's Golden State. They've got a 13-2 run going. There's a good screen. Here's Thompson. Another shot. Here's Cousins. Good defense by Jokic.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And there's Cousins. That's good on the assist by Livingston.
And just the rugged nature of Cousins getting into the body there offensively.
Thomas kicks to Millsap. Here's Murray up on top. Knocks it loose. 6 to shoot. And Thompson sends it back.
We know that Thompson is an excellent defender. He does such a good job timing shots for those rejections.
Livingston, that one goes in for him too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Denver's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Thomas a screen. Here's Murray. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper.
And that was a rock of a screen there set by Millsap.
On the wing, Thompson. Over in the corner, Green. They get the rebound. Porter with a block. Thomas kicks to Millsap. Porter in the corner. And Durant sends it back.
Boy, the long arms of Kevin Durant twice on the pipes.
Thompson for 3. Paul Millsap with the rebound. Millsap's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Boy, what a tough night. Imagine what their lead would be if he were having a better night from the field. I'll tell you, with that being his second foul, now you've got to be more careful. You can't give the officials any excuse to whistle him for number 3 before the end of this half.
Thomas outside, sinks the triple. Thomas got 5 now.
To me, you've got to chase Isaiah Thomas off the line. He's 5'9", capable shooter, loves to pull the trigger. Better do your work, D.
There's the pick. Durant kicks to Thompson. Shoots from 14. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Durant's got 4 assists now tonight.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Thomas passes to Millsap. Dishes it to Murray. Over Thompson. Off the left rim and out.
And defensively moving his feet there, staying right on top of the shooter.
What a great job contesting without fouling. Exactly how you want to defend the mid-range shot.
Here's Murray up on top. He's covered by Thompson. And there's the call on Durant. That is his first foul of the game. And stolen by Cousins.
All you have to do is point to their turnovers this quarter. There's a reason the scoreboard looks like it does.
To the inside. It's stolen by Green. It's Durant on the wing. He had a 30-point outing their last game against Utah. Livingston with it. Now Thomas defending. Livingston kicks to Thompson. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Denver's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession.
They got very fortunate there, guys. They should just take their time on offense and not try to force things.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Harris is checked in. Pass to Porter. Outside Thomas. Jokic inside. Cousins is there.
Taking a look here at some numbers for Durant. He's coming off an excellent season. He averaged about 26 points a game last year, 7 rebounds and 5 assists. He has been at his most dynamic, no question about it, a real handful.
Let's make no mistake, one of the elite talents in the NBA and operating at the highest level right now.
Free throw, good. Jokic.
They've hit every one of their free throws here in the second quarter. Very important when you're trailing.
And so he makes both from the line. Golden State's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Screen by Cousins. Livingston passes to Thompson. They set the screen. Clock at 6. Lets it go from the wing. No good there. Now Denver takes it the other way. And great with Michael Porter, combining the length, athleticism, and scoring ability. He's a rare prospect.
I mean, in high school, he was the #1 prospect on a lot of people's lists. Had the back injury in his only year of college, but everyone knew what he could do when given the chance.
And Paul Millsap, a 4-time All-Star in Atlanta. Greg, as we know, he missed most of last season after left wrist surgery.
A big loss after just signing that mega contract with the Nuggets. I mean, he's a lot older than most of their core, but a great fit in their front court and obviously one heck of a player.
First one falls for him.
And it's fair to say that Millsap has been very underrated throughout his career. A versatile, tenacious forward who quietly destroys whoever he plays.
Both free throws good for Millsap. Now Thompson. He had 13 points in the win against the Utah Jazz.
Boy, and defensively, he had them off balance. He was able to come away with 4 steals.
Durant dishes to Green. Denver grabs the miss. Millsap's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Jokic kicks to Harris.
And Gary Harris, a 6'4" shooting guard out of Michigan State. On paper, you might call him undersized, but with his strength and toughness, he's got it covered.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And last season's numbers show him at about an 83% clip, which is far better than most.
Two shots.
That free throw, no good. Steph Curry's checked in for Sean Livingston. He hits the second from the line. Golden State's gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. Fades away, and Durant gets it to go. Durant's got 7. And if you're making a list of the best young shooting guards in the league, Greg, I got to think that Gary Harris is on that list.
Absolutely. A two-way player, defends his tail off, and offensively, he can score at all 3 levels.
And Michael Porter is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul. 3rd team foul.
.141 left in the first half, and it's Durant missing.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Harris outside. There's Thomas with the 3. Good. And Harris gets the assist. That's now 8 points for Isaiah Thomas.
Well, after hitting 0 from distance in the first, that's his second make this quarter.
It's Durant on the wing, guarded by Porter. 1:05 left to play here in the second quarter. Curry kicks to Cousins. Back to Curry. The 3. The shot that time, not on target. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. They host the Kings after this game. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand.
Boy, he has been cold for a while now.
Yeah, starting to look like it's taking its toll mentally. He doesn't look like himself.
And the Nuggets with some changes. Plumlee comes in for Jokic. And it's Juan Hernangomez in for Porter. Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for the Warriors. Denver's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Near the three-point line, it's Thomas. And they cash in right away with the quick shot.
I tell you, get the feeling he's only going to get better as this game wears on. That first quarter was good. His second quarter has been great.
Thompson. Hernangomez grabs the miss. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
One of those nights where the wheels come off, nerves seem to be playing a factor.
Barton's checked in for Paul Millsap. And the Warriors also making a change. Jordan Bell's checked in for Green. 20 seconds left in the first half of the game. Curry against Thomas. And here is Curry. 19 points in the game. Here's Cousins. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so it's the Golden State Warriors with a massive lead of 30 points here at the end of the quarter. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Alongside Steve Kerr and Coach, what is the offensive approach going to be in the second half?
Well, we just have to do what we do, move the ball and wear them down with our ball movement, our cutting, and our spacing, and some better screens, all the usual stuff.
Yeah, it always seems to work out for you in the long run. Thanks, Steve. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports, the halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Boy, we have a lot to discuss. What a start it was for Stephen Curry. He ended up with 19 points, 3 steals, and 1 block. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
They looked like they were playing an easy game of pitch and catch out there. The playmakers and finishers were in sync on every level. The assist disparity, now that was big. Now that's the reason why it's a blowout right now, and they play well.
And you, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Nuggets.
Sloppy ball, way too many wasted possessions, chucking up threes, missing them. I could hit more threes than that, Ernie. I hope they're talking right now about getting the ball inside, because that's what it's going to take. If they were hitting more threes, that'd be a different story. But if was the fifth, Ernie, you know the rest.
And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter about to start. See you again after the final.
Horn. Oh, buzzer.
The lights of downtown Denver shimmering in the background as we welcome you back to the Mile High City and the Pepsi Center. We begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
And how disruptive was he in that first half? I mean, creating havoc, causing turnovers, and really energizing his team.
Well, didn't you get the sense, Greg, that this entire team fed off his energy? His remarkable effort on the defensive end really triggered this group.
Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, and it's all 5 All-Stars out there for the Warriors. Curry, Clay, Durant, Green, and Cousins. No good from Durant. Durant's gotten 3 of his 8 shots to go, around 37%. Thomas passes to Jokic. Porter with the screen for Jokic. Thomas, no luck.
The defense lost him there, and he should have made him pay.
Lets it fly, and there's Thompson. That's good on the assist by Green. Green's got his 3rd assist on the night. Curry against Thomas. The 17-footer. Jokic, no good. Golden State's gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it, 9 times they've missed. Thompson for the triple. And the Warriors get it back. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession. Here's Denver now. To the middle. And Jokic slams it in.
Oh, my goodness. How good is that pass? When Isaiah Thomas is on the floor, what a leader.
The Warriors have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half.
I think one thing you think about when you talk about Steve Kerr is how much he has relished having an opportunity to coach an amazing collection of talent. He knows more perhaps than most that great players are required to be successful. That doesn't mean it's an easy job. You've got to manage expectations year after year.
Misses off the right iron.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
To the middle. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Harris outside. Lobbed up there for Thomas. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Green dishes to Curry. From 15 feet away, Cousins on the follow. Cousins has got his 3rd basket of the night.
He is just a monster on the boards. And with those soft hands Cousins has, he's going to turn those offensive rebounds into putbacks almost every time.
Harris outside. Denver passing it around. Thomas kicks to Harris. Jokic a screen. Back to Thomas. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. And that's 13 points for Isaiah Thomas. And as you watch Kerr, he really has his own distinct coaching style.
How about Kevin? He once said that coaching is 90% creating environment and 10% strategy. Now listen, we know this guy is tremendous with X and O's, but there's something helpful about his sense of humor and his upfront, honest approach.
Oh, wow, guys, doesn't look good. We've got an injury here.
And I'll tell you, this is something you never like to see.
No, obviously something that, every player fears. The NBA has made player safety a priority, but injuries continue to happen.
Trey Lyles checked in for Denver. Murray comes in for Harris. And here's the 2K leaderboard with the list of the league's top shot blockers from last season. 5th, Kevin Durant.
And shot blocking is the element of the game that I think he cares about the most. That's where he puts in that effort and energy.
Lyles a screen on Curry. And Thomas, here we go. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Thomas got 5 points in the quarter.
Boy, no stopping Isaiah Thomas. Fights his way through the defense. Really pretty deceptive strength by the little guy.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Jokic passes to Thomas. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Thomas got 17 now. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Cousins with a screen on Thomas. It's Curry outside. Drills the three-pointer. Curry's got 22.
Boy, once Stephen Curry starts to cook, it's like an avalanche. The guy can score at will from anywhere.
There's Thomas with the three. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Jokic has got 3 assists now in this one. Cousins dishes to Durant. Cousins inside. Jokic defending. And that one's good. Cousins.
Well, I'll tell you, he's been a go-to guy for them as they've taken this lead, and he keeps coming.
Murray against Thompson. Thomas. Warriors with the rebound. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
And when you protect the rim like they did in that one, it has a tremendous impact.
So I don't think there's any question when you're playing that strong a defense, it's going to have an effect on your opponent. And it seemed like they were getting their hands up on the majority of shots.
Here's Green from the corner. And there's Stephen Curry on the assist from Green. 24 points for Steph Curry.
Boy, the ability to pull the trigger so quickly. Steph Curry doesn't even appear to set himself. If it's a clean catch, he's getting that shot off.
Lyles kicks to Murray. Outside Thomas. Jokic sets the screen for Thomas. Out to the right wing. Stolen by Durant. Cousins against Jokic. Cousins the pass to Curry. And now the fast break. Thomas with the ball. Lays it up and banks it in. Thomas got 12 points now in the quarter.
I'll tell you, he's doing everything scoring-wise this period to try to keep them in it.
And for Isaiah Thomas going into free agency, what he thought might be a big payday opportunity was, Greg, anything but that.
A few years ago, he was talking about backing up the Brinks truck. Had to take a deal to prove he can still play. Has had a tumultuous past few years, but this deal could work out for the team if he can get back to form.
And that Unleash Chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. Time now for an injury report. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge for an update on Gary Harris. David?
Thanks, Kevin. Well, I just talked with Denver's head athletic trainer, and the news is pretty good. It does not look like a severe injury. He's definitely out for this game, and they said there's a chance he could miss a few more games as well, which is not what they need right now. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. Hopefully everything works out for him. Lyles with the screen. Here's Murray, and there's another one for the Nuggets.
And the confidence from Murray, just so efficient from the interior.
Curry kicks to Green. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Draymond Green obviously gives you a lot of things, Doris, but what really jumps out on the stat sheet are the assists he picks up.
I think Draymond Green would tell you that it's helpful to have terrific scorers around you, but what this young guy does have is incredible vision, an unselfish and focused mindset. Draymond Green is an asset to any organization.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first.
Well, let's remember that Draymond Green was drafted in the 2nd round, but that competitive fire runs deep, and he has memorized the names of the 34 players selected ahead of him. Talk about holding a grudge.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Jokic. Hernan Gomez comes in for Porter, and Barton subbed in for Thomas. And despite all his success, Draymond continues to play with a chip on his shoulder.
Well, there remains, Kevin, a desire to prove his critics wrong, and it served as great fuel to keep this guy hungry and focused.
Murray, no good.
I'll tell you, his inconsistency not helping their cause at all.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
For Denver, they've gone 8 of 14 on their shot attempts here in the 3rd. Some pretty nice work. Plumlee dishes to Murray. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Murray's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Excellent assist there. Just led him to the perfect spot.
Iguodala outside. Here's Livingston. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. It's going to go on Will Barton.
What's extraordinary to me is Sean Livingston nearly didn't have an NBA career because of that horrific injury. But how about the ability to overcome that and be a key part of a team? Truly extraordinary.
Two shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And Sean Livingston, one of the most unique players in the league, Greg.
6'7" point guard who excels hitting turnaround jumpers in the post. A bouncy finisher around the rim, a versatile defender, and really a cagey playmaker. No one else like him in our league.
The Warriors making a switch here. Jerebko's checked in. Livingston hits both of them.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Barton kicks to Lyles. They set the pick. The dish to Murray. Now here's Barton. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. And there's Murray on the assist by Barton.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Iguodala outside. Golden State moving it around. Back to Curry from deep three-point range. Shot is no good. Now 9 for 13 from the floor. Barton kicks to Lyles. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Lyles got his first basket. Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. The pass to Iguodala. To the paint. And the jam by Andre Iguodala.
Boy, you got to admire how effective Andre Iguodala is, just excelling at getting inside and finishing with authority.
Passes it to Plumlee. Back to Barton. Poked loose, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry.
Taking a look here at the numbers for Curry. He's coming off an excellent season. First in free throw percentage, and with that effortless stroke, he climbed all the way to the top 15 in three-point percentage.
And as you said, the league's best free throw shooter last season. What a tremendous asset, especially in clutch situations. And that one's good, Barton.
Boy, excellent team basketball. Use the screen to free himself up and drill the jump shot.
The Warriors shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking. It's tipped. Jerebko kicks to Iguodala. Here's Livingston. And too long on the shot.
And defensively, moving his feet there, staying right on top of the shooter.
What a great job contesting without fouling. Exactly how you want to defend the mid-range shot.
The 6'11" Mason Plumlee out of Duke, Greg. He's got a live body.
Very athletic, Kevin. And his mobility enables him to defend smaller players on the perimeter. Offensively, he is a threat to finish at the rim.
That free throw, no good. And the Nuggets making a change here. Millsap's checked in. And the second free throw, good. Here's Curry. 24 points for him. Out to the right wing. Now here's Livingston. Martin defending. Livingston with it. 5 on the clock. And good. He got the English that time as it falls. Livingston's got 12 points in the game. Murray against Curry. Millsap a screen on Curry. Inside. Millsap misses.
Just can't find a shot. It's no wonder they're losing. I mean, he's been completely scoreless all night.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Hernangomez. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul.
Off the screen. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. 14 points for him.
Boy, how crafty is Sean Livingston getting into space in the mid-range. This is his game right here.
Plumlee with the screen. Murray for 3. Warriors with the rebound. Bell's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Inside and stolen by Murray. And here's the break. Pass to Hernangomez. From 13, rebounded by Bell. Bell's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Shot from free throw range. The shot, no good. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. To the middle, here's Barton. It's tipped.
Well, I'll tell you, if he keeps missing shots, it's going to be a tough night to try to trim this lead.
The offensive rebound. Bell's shot is good. Bell's got his first basket of the night.
I'll tell you, nothing like having excellent interior position and the athleticism to finish. Jordan Bell, step to the mic, sir.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Plumlee in the post, defended by Bell.
That's his 3rd personal foul. At the line for your Nuggets, Mason Plumlee. 2 shots.
No good on that one. And he's good on the second. Murray against Curry. For 3. The shot misses. And so it's the Golden State Warriors with a 34-point advantage heading into the break. Their defense has been terrific in this game. Right back after this break. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that, Greg, putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. The Nuggets shooting just 26% out there. A terrible showing from an offense capable of much better. They've got Beasley, Plumlee out there with Morris, and it's Hernan Gomez in at the power forward. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Outside, Jones. Golden State moving it around. As basketball becomes more global, we continue to see veterans come from abroad and Doris make an impact as role players in the league.
You know what I love, Kevin, is great basketball players could come from any place in the world. And obviously, general managers now have got to expand their field of vision. They've got to have international scouting. But the NBA would be a lot less rich a place if we did not have Dirk Nowitzki, Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker, the unicorn in New York City, Kristaps Porzingis. I don't care where players come from. All I want to know is, can they play basketball? And if they can, I want to watch them. Boy, too much traffic in the lane. Very difficult finish with the defense draped all over him.
And Bell kicks to Cook. Jerebko the screen. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
That's his first Golden State. Quinn Cook. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw missing. So he comes up empty at the line. So often when a player changes teams, Doris, we see a lot of emotions from him, his teammates, from the fans, and coaches. Is it even reasonable to expect loyalty in sports nowadays?
You know, I think times have changed, Kevin. We're no longer living in an era where a player sticks with an organization throughout the course of his tenure, or at least that is the outlier nowadays. The reality is, teams always make decisions with their long-term best interests at heart. And so when a player has earned the right to embrace his free agency, there's a reason it's termed free agency, then he should have an equal opportunity to the team to make the decisions that are in his best interest. Whatever those values and priorities for that individual player are, when you reach free agency, you've earned that right.
That's good from Cook. And so Cook nails both of them. And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
They set the pick. Craig passes to Beasley. Plumlee with the screen. Here's Craig, defended by Jerebko. The Warriors shooting at 51%. Really solid. Jones dishes to Livingston. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Well, think about Sean Livingston. He seemed to be ahead of the curve from day one. Here's a man who could walk at 7 months. Or maybe I should say baby who could walk at 7 months. He was reading by the age of 3, playing basketball by the age of 6. Kind of a prodigy, guys.
2 shots.
Free throw good, Livingston. And you look at Livingston in high school, 5-star recruit, and already a fan favorite because of the way he played.
Well, Sean Livingston is an unbelievable passer. He's got great court sense. He's a perfect leadership presence in the locker room. And think about his story, the gruesome injury that certainly took a toll in his career, but the ability to fight back and make yourself an integral part of a team that has now won multiple championships. You talk about great talent, but even tougher mentality.
Beasley kicks to Morris, and he's good on the 3-ball.
Guys, listen, the defense was totally invisible on that 3-point attempt. Nobody even in his zip code.
Jones, the pass to Cook. G-League, Doris, growing roster of teams, introduced 2-way contracts last season. Is it safe to call it an official minor league at this point, you think?
I'm just going to say that I thought this was one of the best changes to the NBA last season. And you look at certain players who went back and forth between the G League, and when they were up with the respective NBA team, they were a significant part of the rotation. Quinn Cook comes to mind. The NBA champion had a 2-way player in Quinn Cook who was a vital part of their G League and then becomes a vital part of their real-time success. To me, what a tremendous platform for player development, Kevin.
Yeah, the league has gotten it right with this. And so Cook nails both of them. For Denver, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the 3rd quarter. Morris kicks to Hernan Gomez. Beasley with a clean look, and again Denver with the triple.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Livingston passes to Urepko. From deep, Evans. Plumlee with the rebound. Plumlee's got 4 rebounds in this game. Beasley left side. To the right side. Here's Cook, and it's sent back by Plumlee. Morris kicks to Plumlee. Here's Hernan Gomez. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. A lot of times late in the season, Doris, we see the expensive vets bought out of their contracts. Often they sign for a cheap price for a true contender, and that affects parity among postseason qualifiers.
No doubt about it, Kevin. It really brings into very sharp focus the value of a quality GM, because the rich can get richer.
Yes.
And it can tilt things toward the top teams. I don't mind it, Kevin. Part of the reason these players agree to a buyout in the first place is the opportunity to choose their next situation. It is within the rules, and therefore I have no problem with it.
I like it as well. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Warriors have gone 0 of 3 to start the 4th quarter. Here's Livingston. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. Livingston's got 10 points here in the 2nd half.
At the point guard position, Sean Livingston is so unique. He is able to take over with his scoring or his passing. This is good stuff.
Warriors foul. That's his first personal foul. 2nd team foul.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the 4th quarter. Plumlee sets the pick for Beasley. Shoots over Livingston. Plumlee, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. Here's Cook. Good work defensively by Morris. Nuggets have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. No good from Hernangomez.
That's simply not aggressive enough. Needs to show grit and determination, and didn't on that one.
Count it.
And when you can outscore your opponent in transition, that's always going to work to your advantage.
Well, typically speaking, transition points are high percentage looks. Get out and go. That's their philosophy.
Morris into the lane. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Livingston kicks to Evans. It's stolen by Hernangomez. Beasley, the pass to Plumlee over Jones. And Jones pulls it down. Golden State's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Cook. Rebound by the Nuggets.
I'll tell you, with the struggle he has had today, he probably won't be their #1 option as they look to close this game out.
Here's Jones. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
That's his first personal foul.
Doris, you think of all the highlight reel plays we get to see up close. We're so lucky. We feel the same way every time we sit courtside and watch one of these games. One of the most enjoyable parts about it, seeing the reactions of the guys on the bench.
They're just losing it, Kevin. They're falling down or they're bumping into each other.
Gentlemen,
and then
two
seeing
shots.
the opposing bench
Two
trying to
shots.
keep that poker face. They know they're not supposed to react, but sometimes the play is just so good you can't help it.
And we get out of our seats, don't we? I mean, just like the players do. We get out of our seats.
Oh, no doubt. I'll stand up, wave my hands in the air. Are you kidding?
Trey Lyles checked in for the Nuggets. He doesn't get the second one. Denver's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Beasley for 3. Buries the long-range jumper.
I'll tell you, that's nice work, right? You move, you get into space on the perimeter, and you knock down the 3.
Cook kicks to Livingston. Screen by Jones. Livingston passes to Cook. Jones with the screen on Morris. And it's Cook missing. And here's Denver. They're on a 14-6 run. To the inside. Plays it up and banks it in.
That is really solid low-post offense. You cannot waste those chances.
The Warriors have gone just 2 of 8 in this fourth quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far. Now Jerebko. Cook kicks to Livingston. Jones with the screen on Beasley. 6 on the shot clock. Livingston, that's good.
What you want in pick-and-roll situations is an outstanding decision maker. Welcome to the party, Sean Livingston.
Lyles with the screen. Here's Morris. Evans with the rebound. Warriors have gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. Livingston passes to Jones. Back to Livingston. Inside. And Jones with the stuff.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. They set the pick. Morris kicks to Beasley. For today's defensive schemes, Doris, which are more valuable in your opinion? Great on-ball defenders or great help defenders?
Well, I think you need both, obviously. I think anytime you can pressure the ball to a high level, I think that's very disruptive at the point of attack. But I also think in an era of incredible motion offense, you think of players and teams like the Golden State Warriors, the San Antonio Spurs, there's great ball movement, player movement, and you've got to be able to be aware at least 2 passes away. So you need both quality types of defenders, to me, to have a high-level defense, Kev.
I agree. It begins with an on-ball defender and usually evolves into a help defender. I mean, you can't do one without the other.
Agreed.
Here is Cook, covered by Morris. Teardrop shot. Cook, good.
Boy, I'll tell you, it takes a lot of confidence to go with the floater. That is not as easy as it looks.
Morris outside. Kicks to Beasley. Pass to Wiles. And Jones sends it back. And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here. Plumlee is checked in for Malik Beasley. Golden State also making some changes. Andre Iguodala is checked in for Evans. And it's Thompson in for Cook. And Plumlee kicks to Craig. Over Thompson. And again, Denver no good. Jones drives in. Doors with a more punitive luxury tax. Draft picks with their cost-controlled salaries. Never more important than they are today.
No doubt, Kevin. I think teams are very hesitant to part with first-round picks because they have been critical. But I think you also have to consider the second-round picks as being valuable assets. Think about the Golden State Warriors. In each of the last 2 years, they have purchased for money a second-round pick from another organization. And both times, those players ended up being critical parts of the rotation. Every draft pick, first or second round, has value.
And that one falls for Jones. And the Warriors making a change here. Bell's. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Denver's gotten in the groove from three-point range. They are 4 for 4 since the third quarter ended. Morris kicks to Hernangomez. There's the pass to Plumlee. There's the screen. Just 5 on the clock. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. No good from Hernangomez.
Oh, great job on the closeout, providing a lot of good D on the perimeter.
Well, that's just superb effort on the defensive end. You don't allow the shooter to get into a rhythm from deep.
Still attacking, building on this lead coming down the stretch.
I'll tell you, he's relentless right now. He's going straight at the defense and knocking down a lot of shots in this quarter.
Stolen by Thompson. He dishes it to Livingston. Back to Thompson. Livingston kicks to Bell. Outside, Jones. Here's Thompson. Shot clock at 6. Denver grabs the miss. Gomez has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Bell with the block.
Well, you've got that length and athleticism. Put it to good use, Jordan Bell.
Passes to Thompson. Back to Livingston. Plumlee with the steal. Trying to get back on track. Craig can't get it to go.
And it's not easy to get those stops at the rim, but he does a great job with it.
Yeah, he can make it look simple on the interior when it's really not. He knew exactly how to guard on the inside.
And the basket is good. 19 points for Klay Thompson.
Well, Klay Thompson showing you right now he's got all 3 levels on the offensive end. In the mid-range, yes, sir.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andre Iguodala. That's foul number 2 for him. Doris, last year the NBA signed a deal to broadcast G League games on the internet channel Twitch.
Well, you know Adam Silver is always looking at new methods for broadcasting this great league and the G League. And I think we live in an era of an increasingly digital world. The next generation views their platforms in non-traditional, non-linear fashion. So to me, this is really smart decision making.
I know you're a big Twitch watcher yourself. You subscribe, and like me, you love the G League.
I'm always twitching.
Livingston passes to Iguodala. And Bell kicks to Livingston. Thompson for the triple. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Livingston. Livingston's got 6 assists now in the game. Denver's gone to three-point range for 12 of their points in the final quarter on 4 of 5 shooting.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Warriors.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
He kicks it to Bell. Back to Livingston. They set the pick. Thompson inside the line. Again, Golden State.
And this is how you close out a game, not taking any chances.
Well, you can't have any room for error late in a game like this, so they put the finishing touches in style. I love how they closed.
The Nuggets with another miss. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Iguodala kicks to Thompson, and it's sent back by Plumlee. Plumlee with the screen. Beasley left side. Over Thompson. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much with DeMarcus Cousins. DeMarcus, physical challenge for you guys with another game coming tomorrow. What do you have to do to get ready with the quick turnaround?
Just rest up. It's part of the league. Back-to-back's part of the league. So rest up and focus in and be ready for tomorrow. That's all I can do.
Hey, Boogie, nice job. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.